Hey, what's up, guys? This video is about a wife's betrayal. Now, I know you heard about Steph Curry's wife. This been going on for some years now, but now it's really starting to pick up. So, this is for you successful men. I'm gonna say this: it's not necessarily going to be about finances. It can be physically, popularity. So it's not always going to just be money. But of course, we all know Steph Curry is a guy, a famous basketball player. He's young and rich, and his wife. Long story short, I'm not going to go, to the extreme with it, but she wants to be in the streets. She wants to be the celebrity. Now, sad to say, throughout Steph's entire career, she's always been chasing. She always been chasing that label, but she was never able to obtain it. She's just a basketball's wife, a basketball's player wife. That's really it. Now, of course, when it comes down to celebrity status, how that works, at the end of the day, celebrities are made from the actual individuals, normal people, regular people. That's how that works. No matter how much you advertise yourself and you go on these campaigns and whatever, at the end of the day, the people will decide if you're going to be a celebrity or not. So nothing against her. Obviously, her look. She's a nice looking woman or whatever like that. We all know that. They have, I think, like 2-3 kids. But she's at this point now, she's just jealous of her husband's success because she thought that she will be the popular one in the relationship. So sad to say, that's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. You might hear some stuff about it here and there, but for the most part, it's just not meant for her to be that celebrity. She wants to be one of those, those Atlanta Housewives stars, and she wants to be one of them. She wants to be getting interviewed every day and get caught up in these, the scandals. She's dating this guy, she's dating that guy, and she can do that, but she won't gain the popularity. If anything, it'll just be wrapped up in embarrassment. They're not going to celebrate her like, I guess, Cardi B or something like that, even though she's in a bad position right now. But she won't be in that position, because she was a mom, and then all of a sudden, as she got older, she out here hanging out with these rappers and these other kind of celebrities. And at the end of the day, it just looks bad for her because she's at a certain age to where it's like, at the end of the day, you hanging out with the young ones. You the old school. You the one they call in the old school. Because even though she's not in her 40s and nothing like that, she is in her 30s, her mid-30s. So it's like, she's chasing that lifestyle that just she wasn't able to get. Now, any female can sleep around. Any female can cheat on they spouse. Anybody can do that, but she wants the fame that's going to come with it. And the fact that no one's coming at her like that, everyone's giving her normal compliments. If they do give her compliments, she spoke about that years ago, how she wants to be desired, she wants to be admired, and she's not getting that. I mean, this is what it is, it's as crazy as it may seem, the streets don't want her. They don't want her. It's just, she's that typical housewife that you would just see in the suburbs somewhere. It's like, okay, you wave, and that's pretty much about it. You don't engage with her, you don't get to know her, you just, say hi and you keep it moving. The husband, or other than that, it's like she's not in the room. And that's pretty much how she is, because Steph fame on top of fortune is just overshadowing her. She's in his shadow. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I did a video before, like, listen, man, I don't know what's wrong with these females that's get with these rich guys and they over here messing it up. All I know is Oprah, if she would respond to one of my emails tonight, I'm jumping, I'm gone. I'm gone. You will never hear from me again the whole night. I would just be a boy tour. Now, I'll be the most fittest guy ever. I'll take up cooking classes, and that's pretty much about it. I'm gonna live my life like that to the sunset. I'm just ride out the sunset just like that. It just amazes me how these females are, not all of them, right, but quite a bit of them are in these great positions, but they just destruction. They just built on destruction. That's all they know. That's all they care about. So, of course you don't have no sympathy for dumbasses like that. Like how you get set up with the alley-oop and you ain't slam dunking. So, but in her case, let's be honest, she don't have any skills. She doesn't have whatever she's looking to have to put out there in the market. She don't. I mean, she look. I don't think she can cook. I'm gonna be honest with you. She just, like a lazy old chick. She, I don't know. I don't know nothing about her. But again, no one really does research about it. They just see her. They somebody, pumping her up online. And okay, and then they go on about their day. So it's like, I don't know. Like, what can you offer us that's gonna entertain us? Because at the end of the day, it's all about entertainment, right? But what can you offer us that's gonna entertain us? It's just. It's one of them situations where you try to force it. Like I tell you guys all the time, when you're dealing with these females, never try to force a commitment, never try to force a relationship, never try to force, a woman to like you. And this is a prime example. She's trying to force people to like her, to admire her. She wants to be a celebrity. She wants to be that girl that's out here. Oh, look a celebrity she's with today. And she wants to be a part of that. And that's the sad reality of watching too much TV, because a lot of them, they chase after that false lifestyle, and they want to be a part of it. There's nothing wrong with being entertained by it, but at the same time, it's like you don't want to be a part of it. Now you got some wackos, that want to do that, but I mean, at the end of the day, let's keep it simple, man. That's like these rappers. You over here listening to their music, and they over here talking about they doing this, doing that. Let's be honest. When you're under the influence, whether it's drugs or alcohol, it sounds good, right? You feel good, you're rowdy, whatever. But at the end of the day, do you really want to get locked up and be in there for 15, 20 years and do it all? You don't want to do that. You don't have to worry about somebody that's trying to, gun you down every time you go to Target or somebody. You don't want to deal with that. It's just entertainment. Sad to say, a lot of, you got a lot of people who take that seriously. They want to be a part of it for some reason. We'll watch this video. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to put a color on it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know the people I'm talking about. But they take it seriously, like, oh yeah, that's what, bro, it's just entertainment. Like, why would I want to go to prison? What the hell? Like, let me just get, excited off this Waka Flocka or whatever's out at the moment that's hot, and then be entertaining and go on by my day. I'm okay. It's just entertainment. So in her case, she's jealous of her husband, which you have a lot of women that's around successful guys, that's married to successful guys. That happens a lot. Not all the time, but it happens a lot. So it's not common that she's jealous of her husband. You know what I mean? So they'll get on these podcasts, they'll start talking about, what they bring to the table and all this stuff like that. At the end of the day, they're just jealous of their husband. You just can't play your position. That's the problem. A lot of them, they refuse to play their position. A lot of these females that's in entertainment, what do? They all got Instagram, they all got, they all got Snapchat, they all got these OnlyFans, and they with these guys, they'll pretty much set them up for life. But they ruin it. At the end of the day, it's all about them. That's how they can't get out their own way. For you to be in the presence of successful men, and for some reason you always ruin that because you want to be the popular one, it's crazy. It really is. I mean, you won't get that from any other group of people but women. Because guys, if you with a successful woman, she out all these businesses, she make a lot of money, you're not gonna run across a dude that's gonna get with a female like that and then mess it up. Just let's I'm gonna keep it this. Let me just go ahead and paint the picture even better. Well, I'm not saying she's gonna be a fatback. I know you guys, even to this day, you guys be harassing me in the comment section. Nah, yeah, man, we ain't doing no fat. Hey, bro, I'm with you, man. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. But let's say this, because this does happen. A good-looking, successful female, which they are out there, she gets with a normal guy. He's not gonna mess that up. He's not gonna, because common sense is like, bro, I'm not about to mess it up. She look good. She make a lot of money. She put me on. She take care of me. She looking out. They not gonna mess that up. But you put a female in that same position, what they do? 9.8 out of 10, they mess it up. You won't have to believe me. You guys see the same videos. I'll be watching. I'm just bringing the information to you in one situation at one time. That way you got to scour for the information online. That's reality. 98% of the time they ruin it because they don't want to be under a man's shadow. They want to be that celebrity. They want to be that it girl, that popular girl. So Steph Curry's wife, that's her. I mean, that's what that's what she wants to be. She wants to be that girl that's popular, not more than her husband. She don't want to be his wife. She wants to be the popular one in the relationship. She don't want to be the one that's in the background. She want to be in the foreground. That's why she wilding out what she doing right now. So a lot of people say that at some point she gonna divorce him. Let's be real, that happened. That's pretty common. I mean, if you're a guy that's going, not just you being an athlete or celebrity, just in general, any successful man, 2025 moving forward, don't get married. That's why you shouldn't get married. So a lot of people saying it's going to happen because that's what, his mom did to his dad, which is true. And at the end of the day, not surprised. That happens all the time, bro. That happens all the time. I mean, I'm going to say this. I'm pretty sure he didn't get us signed no prenup. Matter of fact, I know he didn't get us signed no prenup. He just went on with the program. So don't be surprised, when she get in her 40s, that's when they really crash out, that she going to get divorced and she going to do all the other crap. Who knows, right? But I'm not putting that past her. But when you got females like that and you see that every time you with her, it's like you try to compete with her. Like, well, she's trying to compete with you. They introduce people to female. She's trying to compete with you. You need to go ahead and get rid of her, bro, because at some point in time, she's going to put you in a terrible position. I told you guys before, when you're dealing with females that don't have anything and you over here trying to build, you always going to take an L. Every day you with her, you're going to take an L, bro, because she has nothing to lose and you have everything to lose. So just be aware of that, man. If you with a female, seem like she always trying to compete with you, just get rid of her, bro. You ain't got to talk to her, nothing like that. Obviously, depending on what, how old she is, because a lot of them, they don't have the guidance and nothing like that. But, if she's an older chick, don't even try to talk to her about it. Just let her go. It's that simple, because she's going to find a way to sabotage your lifestyle. Now, I'm not putting anything bad on Steph. I hope, him and his family stay together for the rest, of their lives. But at the end of the day, women like that are a dime a dozen. Not even a dime a dozen. Now, like, damn, all of them corrupt, right? But that's common for a female like her to be like that. So at the end of the day, I hope everything work out for them, because I don't like to see broken families. We got enough of that already. Broken homes, as they say. We have enough of that already. But that's typical stuff, because you have females that I don't know what it is, bro. They just can't play their part. Now you got some females where the wife is more popular than the guy, or the guy not, like Oprah Winfrey, Stedman. A lot of people don't know Stedman. A lot of people probably know Oprah was married. But he makes his own money as well. But of course, she makes way more. But at the end of the day, it's like, you don't hear Steph just out here just crashing out, beating up, social workers and nothing like that. He just living his life. He playing his position. At the end of the day, he got his own money, and it's like, he cool either way. But you have women that's in that position, and they can't stand it. No matter how good the guy got them set up, they can't stand it, because they want to be known, they want to be popular, they want to have 5 million followers on Instagram and stuff. This is how they are now. It's sad to say, because she's an older woman. She out here trying to hang. Well, she is. She out here hanging out with these young girls, out here hanging out with these rappers. Like, bro, what are you doing? That's embarrassing. Because I'm gonna say this right now. If you get, just keeping it what it is. If you get your, Caucasian woman, she not gonna do that. She gonna play her position. She gonna stay around the same people that's in her position. Other wives married to athletes, and she's gonna play her position. That's just really what it is. But it's sad to see her do that. It's like, ma'am, first of all, you're too old for it. Don't get me wrong. You can go out there and still run the streets. They gonna always do that. If they want to do it, they're gonna do it. That's just what it is. But at the end of the day, it's like, just let it go. Like, just play a position, be a housewife, and raise your kids right, and then just bask in that man's glory. It's his success. Because every time he come up, the family comes up with him. But she's not worried about that. She's trying to find a way to where she can be successful without him. That way she can really leave. That's really what it is. She hasn't found a way to be successful without him. So that's why she's still with him. And of course, at the end of the day, if all else fails, they'll just do the divorce thing. That's the oldest hustle. But that's really what it is. And she went on several adventures, and none of it ever worked out for her. And at the end of the day, just because you have a lot of money, well, let's be honest, he has all the money. But just because you have all the money don't mean everything you get into is gonna be great. That's the stuff that a lot of people don't care about. They thinking being rich is just easy. It's like, oh, I gotta do is just sell, sell papers, college rule papers, and then I'll be wealthy. It don't work that way. Those people who are successful, they went through so many trials and errors, bro. Even still, only difference is they have more people to help them not mess up. That's all it is. As they continue to climb that ladder of financial success, it's because they make a lot of money. Don't mean they stop making. No, they always find ways to make more money. This is what it is. You people just don't care about that. You just want the money, and you don't care about the hard work and the time it took and all the losses. You don't care about that. But just because you have a lot of money don't mean everything you get into is going to be successful. Nah, you still going to take your losses, as you go on. It's just, you just learn from one of them and you keep, not one of them, you just keep learning from your losses as you go. This is what it is. You take that loss, okay, I messed up right here, I know what to do next time, and you keep going. That's all it is. So I'm not saying that, she don't know what the hell she's doing or whatever the case may be. That happened with all those people. They always go into these adventures, these investments. Some of them work, some of them don't. That's all it is to it. So I'm not, it's nothing to laugh about. It's because she had that stuff going on and none of it worked out for her. It's just how it works. Not everything's going to work. It's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes besides you just buying a building and throwing money at something. No. So, at the end of the day, I hope they family stay together. But if it doesn't, I'm not surprised. And we all know if it doesn't work, it's going to be because of her, because of how she living. You don't hear nothing about stuff out here, running through, prostitutes or, just hooking up with strippers. You don't hear it. Not saying you don't do that. I don't know the man, but he's not that kind of guy who's out here just destroying his image, because his image is worth a lot of money, so he's not gonna mess it up. But a female that doesn't have an image, is just looked at as a basketball wife. She ain't worried about that. So at the end of the day, she's just trying to find a way to be successful without him, so she can go ahead and go on by her way. But at the end of the day, if nothing works out for her, don't be surprised if she pull a whole divorce card. So guys, just be aware of that. I'm gonna say this again before I wrap the video up. If you're dealing with a female and it seems like she's always trying to compete against you or trying to one-up you or whatever, just get rid of her. It's that simple, because she's gonna put you in a situation, like I said before, to where you're gonna take a huge L. And to be honest with you, if you over here putting in the grind, you over here busting your ass, and she over here ain't doing nothing, watch TV all day, staying in your place, running up your bills, you taking a loss, bro. You need to get rid of her. That's a bad investment. That's all I'm telling you guys right now. Now I'm gonna say this again, keep doing it. Stop going off they looks, bro. Stop going off they looks. That's like having, I'm gonna use this again. It's like having a Ferrari. Paint job clean and everything. Oh man, this thing's clean. I gotta have it. The used car dealer, he's gonna give you a deal. Here you go, man. It's all, you good to go. As soon as you go out the lot, the damn motor blows up. So what's the point of having a Ferrari, something that looks nice and you can never use? It's always a problem. It's always costing you money. It's never reliable. Same thing with a female. So as soon as you start putting that together, your life will be better, I promise you. But anyway, this video's a little too long. No matter what, well, I always mess this up, but make sure you like, share, subscribe. I say, guys, I'm not gonna scold you if you have any opinions. I'm not making these videos expecting you to agree with me. I'm making these videos to give you guys the information that's needed out here in the world. But regardless, whether you agree with me or not, what's your opinion is always welcome. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. But no matter what, always protect your peace, your pockets, and your purpose.